The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Very good evening and welcome to our Love Talk Show,
where you can learn the intelligent love.
I think it's the other camera, love. I think she just missed the camera, but that's fine.
How come I didn't know we would be that camera here?
Yeah, we cannot reveal who is the guest of the program
I'm so
tonight.
sorry. Where you can learn the intelligent love.
Yeah, tonight's program we have a very, very special couple. You're gonna find out in a moment how seems like two different people from different places they ended up getting together. We can say that's something very unusual, but you can find your other half in the place that you are less expecting. I can say it that way, Chris.
Yes, you do.
And tonight's program, you're gonna see also their story. They're gonna after let you know that how things are made possible when you have a relationship with God. All the lessons that you have been learning in the Love Therapy seminars have been leading you to this particular choice. Let's see first this video from Pastor Rees and Bijou. They have been speaking a lot what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the single hours at 7 p.m. If you are watching us, you are looking for someone, same faith as you, someone that has same goals as you. Tomorrow is going to be your day. Come prepared. Let's watch. Let's see what Pastor Rees and Bijou have to say about it.
Ooh!
Reese, are you okay? What happened?
I think my shoes are too tight.
I'll help you find another pair later, okay?
Thank you. Hi, my name is Reese.
And my name is Bijou.
And we're here to invite you for a special singles hour
Called The Tight Shoe.
Sometimes it can be a bit awkward as a guy to come for singles hour.
And it can also be awkward for a girl. There's a lot of pressure, we overthink, but that's why we're here to help you, guide you through the whole thing.
That's right. So this coming Thursday at 7 p.m, singles hour, especially for you who find it awkward and especially for you who say you're going to break out from the shyness. So we'll be your host this Thursday.
And it's going to be phenomenal. Come prepared, okay? A great singles hour only takes place when you come prepared. So come dressed your best, come with an open mind, and come ready to have some fun.
Don't be shy, don't be awkward, because we're not going to be.
See you on Thursday.
See you.
Yes, we are back and we are live. Who this hand belongs, Chris? Huh?
Oh, yes. Well, I can say they are here.
They are
with
here.
us. Yes, they are.
This couple here, right here for us on the chat. Let me see who you think this couple is. Is no longer only Pastor Gabriel. Someone wrote here. Well, what's the name of Pastor Gabriel's wife, though?
Only Pastor Gabriel.
Yeah, only Pastor Gabriel.
Janet.
Janet says.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Lydia from Woolwich Royals Connect.
Hello, Luton.
Indris from Seven Kings Connected.
Hortensia, Sonia, there is...
Yeah. I think that's the time to reveal who is the couple of tonight.
I think that is.
Very good evening, Pastor Morris and Audrey.
Yeah, good evening.
It's a pleasure to have both of you with us in our love story with a pinch of hot seat.
It's warm already.
Getting hotter.
And I mean, both of you have been here, I would say, for a while in UK and made the UK your home. I would say that since the beginning of your relationship, everything starts from here, from UK. Am I right, Pastor Morris?
Well,
For me, yes.
yeah, I wasn't here when we start to talk. I was in Australia, and she was here. So for her, it has always been here.
So tell me, how, Pastor Morris? Let's start with you. As when people want to go for the questions, and let me just tell those who are listeners and also watching our program, you can ask one question to the couple before the end of the program. Anything that you want to ask them. a curiosity, perhaps? Something that you would like to ask them? You know Pastor Maurice and Audrey. You can ask one question here on the chat. We shall ask this question by the end of the program. But how, Pastor Maurice? Let's start with you. You there in Australia. People sometimes they even don't know where Australia is. I know because I was in New Zealand, so it's a bit far.
The land far, far away.
That's Australia or New Zealand, they consider the furthest country in the world, one of the furthest. And how it come to pass that you were introduced to Audrey, you met Audrey, how that relationship come to pass?
Well, everything started when I was there doing the work of God, and like few weeks or maybe about a month before everything happened, I was just selecting some testimonies online, going on YouTube and looking for testimonies, and I saw her testimony. I watched her video, her testimony, and then I saw, wow. But at the same time that we look at someone and we go like, wow, we also go like, tied up.
Because you didn't know.
Didn't know who she was. I just knew that she was in the faith and she was in the UCKG. That's what I knew. Then after some weeks, the bishop that was there with me, then he had a meeting here. Then he spoke about me to Bishop Renato. And then Bishop Renato also said, oh, there is a lady there in UK and they might be fit for each other. So then, great. I do not know who else that bishop spoke to, but he came back to Australia and he said to me, I have here 3 people for you to know. I have 3 pictures, 3 ladies. You're going to see, but if you see the first one and you say no, I will show you the second one, but you cannot go back to the first.
Okay.
If you see the second one and you say no, you are going to see the third one, but you cannot go back to any of the 2.
Oh, wow.
And if you say no to the third one, that's it. None of them.
No, okay.
Well, it brought him to a decision.
Yeah, to make a decision.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Then
What number was Audrey?
first.
Oh.
He flipped the first picture. I saw her, and then it clicked, and I said, that's it. That's the one. And then Bishop said, what about the other 2? You don't want to see? No, I don't need to see them. Nope. That's the one.
That is the one. Wow.
Because of the testimony he saw
Because of
weeks
the
ago.
testimony.
You see,
I will allow Chris ask a question as well, but now let's ask you, Audrey. You were showing a picture as well. How did you come to know about him?
well, I was in my office
Okay.
as I was working for the church, and I was just going about doing my thing. I wasn't even looking for anyone. So, but during the time, I was getting older, so I was.
No,
I think,
you can say that. You are getting mature.
It was. I
Experience.
think I was like almost getting to 30, and
Oh, but that is not old. You see,
but for
you
those who want to do the work of God, they usually start young.
And also, it's usually like this. When you are on that age, you think, oh, I'm so old.
Especially for ladies, Pastor.
Yeah, it's not that we are old.
Do you agree, ladies?
But it's like we feel old. We feel like, oh, time is going by, everyone's getting married, and nothing's happening. So in the mind of the person, these thoughts may come.
Yeah,
It might, but you know what is interesting? I'm going to allow you, Audrey, to continue. How she come to know Pastor Maurice. But the thing is, when you are serving God, you could not be looking for someone at that time. You are just working, mind your things, do what you do every day. But you are there serving God. And when we serve God, God take care of us.
Yes.
Even if we have to bring someone from the other side of the world.
Exactly,
In
on
order
the
to
side of
match,
the world,
yeah.
amor. You
Yeah.
said perfect because
But that's how
true.
God
The
The
works.
other
Yeah.
side of the world, and me not, because I was in the church.
Yeah.
I wasn't. People were telling me go and socialize, have some,
yeah.
go and look for people, because if you're there just in the office, they
No
were
one will
even
see you.
yeah,
Let's
and
say
they were
that,
even making fun. They said, "Do you think someone is gonna drop in your inbox?" Then
No,
I
like-
thought, that's a good idea, isn't it? So then I thought, let me ask God. Maybe He will
Send
do
someone
that.
to me.
Someone would drop in my inbox, and that's what happened.
That's what
Yeah.
happened.
The photo,
Oh.
not the person,
Yeah.
but the photo came and was his photo, and Bishop said, "Make your decision, but
Okay.
make it quick.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
You have to
Well,
decide.
well,
You have to decide." Yeah.
And what did you do? Did you like it? Did you like him when you saw the photo? Said that's not like him. Was the other way around? Wow.
So here comes to my question: Who fell in love first? This silence.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I know who said.
Who said it was in love
Me.
first? Yeah, but I think it was him because
I think, from
because he
the
saw the testimony, the
isn't
photo,
it?
he already
Yeah.
knew. He said that is the person that I want to be with.
I think that
Yeah,
was.
I think maybe
You've got your
Yeah.
answer there,
Okay.
probably.
yeah. But okay, so as Pastor Morris said, that was him and everything. So I want to hear from you, Audrey. How was the first conversation that you have with him? It was a long conversation, a short conversation. What do you guys mind about? What did you talk about? Because some people who is watching us, especially people who attend the love therapy, we have seen they have a lot of difficulties to approach someone or to speak, to start a conversation, to say what is it, what is not, what did you ask, what did you guys talk about in the first day?
Well, we talked about a lot of things, and for me, I thought the conversation, because I'm not a person that talks a lot, especially to someone that I don't know.
Oh, I see.
As I always tell him,
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
quiet person.
Yeah.
But as he says after that, no, I'm not a quiet person, because I do talk when I get to know you. But I initially I thought it was going to be like a 5 minute or maybe 2 minutes, like.
So did I.
But I think it ended up to be like an hour. Is it?
Was over an hour.
Over an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
And we had to stop because the bishop came to me and said, "Come on, my friend, the time of the service is approaching." So I had to stop. But if it was up to us, we would be talking and talking and talking. We first we start introducing ourselves.
Yes.
And I was giving my testimony. She gave her testimony. And then we were talking about the future. What were the plans? I was telling her about serving God, that that was my aim and so on. And hers the same. So then we were seeing things that we had in common. We were knowing the backstory of our lives. And that was a long conversation.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that is
it's
very
like a
nice.
different
We have
background.
here actually a very nice question we shall ask by the end of the program. Someone wrote here on the chat. We're going to ask this question. It's very
Oh,
nice.
she's from France.
It's from France. She's asking the question. So it's very nice.
Could be my sister.
Could be. Could be. Could be. There's someone watching us, Wanda Thomas from New York City.
Yeah.
She's watching us from New York City as well. May God bless everyone from New
Manchester
York.
Also, Gabi also.
Gab is watching us. But okay, going that, so the conversation,
There is another question here too.
yeah, we decide between those two.
Yeah.
We decide between those two. But okay, so the conversation started going well. So you spoke for over an hour. And of course, that an hour become days. And then you just pop up here in UK. How long after that first conversation you came to UK?
I think it was about 2 or 3 months later. I came here to meet her in person. We spent about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. And then I went back to Australia already defined. I already knew
That was the
that
what
was
you
the
want.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you come back, stay for 2 weeks, you get to know, you go out. What did you took her? In a coffee shop here, close to where Bishop spoke about in the love therapy?
Well,
No, we went to Westfield.
Ah.
that's the thing. I didn't know anywhere here.
So
I
you allow
couldn't take her
Audrey to-
anywhere. So then I said, okay, let me know what you know.
Take me.
Yeah.
Just take me whatever you want. But it's something very interesting because both of you, for some people who don't know, those who are watching us, especially Pastor Maurice, that has been doing the work of God for over 24 years. So he has been doing the work of God since 1998. Am I right, Pastor?
99.
99.
Yeah.
So 24, I'm going to 25. I like myself. We almost started doing the work of God together. Almost in the same time, the same year. But the Holy Spirit, as Pastor Maurice was doing the work of God from one place to another, the Holy Spirit was preparing him for the right person. And he did have experiences that I think, Pastor Maurice, is important to share, that in this searching of find the right person that will support you to do the work of God. At the beginning, it did not work the way you were expecting. And because, of course, God knew that the right person for you would be here in UK. But sometimes there are people who are going through the same experience, those who are watching us in the program. They have been, saying, aging, time in past, even serving God, doing everything right, had perhaps a relationship that did not work out in the work of God. They're saying there is something wrong with me. Maybe if I don't know if ever this thought come in your head, so, am I doing something that I'm not supposed to do? I mean, what is wrong? What's not happening? Did you come to your mind then of those thoughts, Pastor Maurice?
Pastor, I think that one mistake that I've made, and I'm sure that many people, they do this mistake as well, is that sometimes we are in a relationship and the signs are there. We see that is not going to work. But then we say to ourselves, no, it will work. I'm going to use my faith. God is going to change something and blessing. But these signs is God showing us this person is not taking things seriously, or this person is not for you, or something. And we don't see the signs, not because we are blind. We see, but we don't want to see. It's like our heart is telling us, no, go with that person the one. But when you find the person that God has prepared for you, then this fight of the heart doesn't exist.
It's more natural.
Yeah, things flow natural.
Yeah, that's very nice. I'll allow you, Chris, to ask this question that is here that I want to tell you in a moment.
Okay.
You want to ask this question from France, but I want to also, Audrey, because obviously our hot seat in the love story, our program is short, and we can go in details. You have been married now for how long?
14 years and 26 days and
wow.
11 hours and 20 minutes.
So he's better in time than you, Audrey.
He's the numbers guy.
He's the numbers. Oh, I see. I will not say that you work with numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I work with numbers, but he's the professional with numbers.
But won't you also, Audrey, the same way Pastor Maurice, share a bit of his experience in that journey doing the work of God? Because you also are doing the work of God for a while before meeting Pastor Maurice. And how was that for you? Because you have seen other assistants perhaps marrying a pastor as well, or some others getting married, moving on with their life with another man of God. How would those thoughts come to your head that you will be just serving God, you're not going to marry no one? Can you tell these people who is watching us what kind of thoughts will come to your head?
Well, like you
Back
said in the
then.
beginning, Pastor, I was serving God, but I knew that God would take care of me. So about me, as I said, I only got to know him when I was a little bit more mature.
Yeah.
But I had complete assurance because of my faith, because of the sacrifices that I've made as well, that I know that God would take care of me. So yes, you do get, it's a human thing to get anxious, to think, oh, when it's going to be, but at the end of the day, you know that if you're working with God, He's going to have your back.
Yeah.
So that was the base for me,
Yeah.
and that was what kept me going.
Yeah. You see, for those who are watching us, everyone has a different story. We didn't select this couple by chance. They just showed you that as time, long distance. I'll allow Chris to ask this question from someone from France. We'll be asking this question from the person from France. I'm going to allow you to ask this question in a moment,
Okay.
Chris. But this message that Pastor Maurice and also Audrey, they left to you, if you are there, you are an assistant, an evangelist, those who are doing the work of God, and you say, Pastor, I want to serve God, but I have been anxious, I have been, as Pastor Maurice said, perhaps you have been insisting in a relationship for a very long time where signs are showing you that actually that relationship doesn't work. I would say it's just a waste of time until you make the decision that you need to make. Because when God makes things happen in our life, it happens naturally. Naturally. And as Audrey said, if you trust in God, for sure, everything is going to be right in the right time. Okay? They have been happily married for 14 years and 28 days.
On and on.
Which is great to hear that. So, Chris, ask the question.
So I have a question here on the chat that says, when getting to know each other, how did you handle the time difference, UK and Australia?
Well, I had to adjust more to his time because he has services to do. He has, but I was talking to him like 1 a.m. and then Australia was, I think, like 7 a.m. Yeah. So it was just the start of his day, a quick chat, and me. That's it.
Yeah, but you see, when you have the presence of God, because sometimes people think about dating, for example, they always think that is a lot about contact, physical contact, kissing, hugging, but actually, for example, the first conversation both of you had, it lasts more than an hour. Sometimes people forget the most important thing in a relationship is communication.
Yes.
And that's what I was asking for God, because a lot of times the ladies especially, we have a whole list of our criterias.
Yeah.
But for me, I realized that communication is the most important, because if someone doesn't get you and you don't get them, then it's hard. The initiation of the journey is already going to be tough.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because if the person has no communication, it's like you have a beautiful vase, but inside of it is empty. And they both go back home, they have nothing to talk about. What they're going to talk about. Just look one to the other face and what they're going to speak about.
And plus, our appearance, everything changes with time, but our essence, our content, what we have inside, it gets beautiful and then it's nice to spend time together, and I think that's
and it
the
shows
beauty.
with us as well. We're from different culture,
Yes.
different background,
Exactly.
but the core of it is there.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's what make both of you together. Someone
Together.
was asking here,
Yes.
and if both of you
Do you
speak
speak
the
each
native
other's
languages of each
natives?
other. So
Well, she she speaks Portuguese. I don't speak Chinese.
you don't speak Chinese.
No, I have tried, but you know, she sets the bar really high. And when I start pronounce,
No good pronunciation in Chinese. No good.
I think I don't
Stick
have a
to
good
English.
pronunciation. The only thing
Yeah.
I say just is xexé.
Yeah.
That is it. No, don't ask more than sheshe. Well, it was a pleasure to be with both of you. Our hot seat is hot, but it's short. It's not long.
It's a comfortable hot seat.
It was a pleasure to have both of you with us, and I believe the experience that both of you shared here tonight, even for people to watch this program afterward, it's going to help them to understand that sometimes they start to have being a lot of anxious and anxiety about their life, their love life, and in reality what they need to do is to trust in God. If you are here watching us, let me the pastor tell you the last thing before we end our program tonight. Trust in God is the key. In the Love Therapy tomorrow, we shall have a very, very important blessing. Actually, it's a blessing for the entire family. These blessings of the family we shall have tomorrow in the Love Therapy. Because in our days, people, they don't know what family is. The idea of a happy family does not exist. I believe Pastor Morris and also Audrey, you do remember the movies from the 80s and 90s where you to watch comedian movie, romantic movies on TV, there always that family together, united, you know, making jokes with each other, showing normal
Talking
problems
to
inside
each
of the
other.
house. People laugh about it. And nowadays does not exist anymore. The movies out there nowadays is only about people betraying another people, and then the other likes the boyfriend of the other, that have like the husband of the other.
Yeah, it's a
That's
mess.
like the idea of family that does not exist anymore. And tomorrow, Bishop James and Mrs. Elena, they will be blessing all the families in the Love Therapy. You have a very special blessing tomorrow. So it's the blessing of the parents for the children. Tomorrow, you can take part in the Love Therapy. Okay? We are going to end our program. We're almost there. It's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to pass the time of our program. But once again, I want to thank you, Pastor Morris, and
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thanks for having
it was a
us.
pleasure. And we have to tell who is the winner
Oh, yes.
of the prize.
Yeah.
So Victoria, who is there from Kilburn, she was the only person who guessed right.
Yeah.
I believe to guess that hand was a bit harder this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they guessed right. So
Yeah.
Victoria, tomorrow in the Love Therapy, you can come to speak to my wife,
Yes.
and she'll be giving to you that camera, love.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm again.
Yeah, no, she's getting there. You can speak with my wife,
Yes.
and she'll be giving you a Bible cover.
Oh,
You can
that's
select
nice.
one from the bookshop.
Okay.
That's going to be your gift tomorrow, Victoria. Who is going to be the couple for next week? If you want to know, be connected with us in our
Stay
Love
tuned.
Talk show,
Yes.
where you're going to learn the intelligent love. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.